I think he kind of made my career, frankly.
I remember just watching The Daily Show every night, being like, who is this man? He gets it.
Jon Stewart's getting the Mark Twain Prize? I didn't vote for that. Was there a vote? Jon deserves it because he has a huge amount of integrity and empathy and compassion for other people. And I mean, Mark Twain had all of those things.
This has been a journey of a lifetime that's been painful yet joyful to see him receive something like this. I want to congratulate my dear friend.
It's kind of a surreal experience. I think it's just more for me, kind of a chance to reflect on just what incredibly talented people I've gotten a chance to work with over all these years, and having them come back and remembering how little I've paid them over the years. So.
Hi, Bassem.
Hi, how are
Hey,
you?
just a couple questions for the Kennedy Center.
Yes.
Let's start with why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
His inspiration and his impact far exceeds what he did in the United States. I'm someone from the Middle East. I saw his impact, I felt his impact, and he has actually changed the landscape of comedy and political satire, not just in America, but all around the world.
And how has he influenced your career?
I changed from medicine, from being a doctor, to become a political satirist. That's a huge change.
Oh, yeah. Is there anything about Jon that might surprise people to know?
No, he's genuine, like he is on screen, on real life. He's the same genuine, beautiful person like he is.
Why do you think so many people resonate with Jon's style of comedy?
Because he's honest.
That's great. Anything else you want to add?
No, thank you so much. He's
Okay,
lovely.
thank you,
Thank you.
Right here, please. Got Sam going too. One more straight ahead, please. Oh, I know. I got
Samantha, one right here. Sure. Let's roll up one more time. Thank you.
Thank you. Right over here, last one on the end. Thank you. I'm a Beyonce fan, but she'll take it.
Hi, Samantha. Good. Just a couple quick questions for the Kennedy Center. And let's just start with why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
Oh my! Well, certainly he has a long legacy of comedy. I mean, it's his time. I feel like it's his time. It's his time, of course.
That's great. And how has he influenced your career?
Well, he, I mean, he so directly influenced my career. He really gave me the opportunity to do this type of work so many years ago, like almost 20 years now, more than 20. Yeah, about 20 years ago, he gave me a job, and that changed my entire life. And so I can't wait to honor him here today. It's really exciting.
Yeah. What's it like being around all these familiar faces from The Daily Show?
It's great. It's actually the thing that I probably looked forward to the most, is seeing everybody who I used to work with. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. It feels like a little bit of a reunion. It's great.
Is there anything about Jon?
Look at
that
me.
might
I'm like
surprise
really working
people?
this microphone. I'm like,
Is there anything about Jon that might surprise people to learn?
I think that it would surprise people to know how actually down to earth he is. I think, it's sort of hard to imagine that someone who has been famous for as long as he has and so influential is actually just like a very nice, normal person to talk to, who probably doesn't really love all of the cameras all the time. I think he loves the work, but not necessarily the camera part. So it's a funny contradiction.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
What do you think people resonate with so well? What about his comedy do people resonate well with?
Well, his comedy has just always been a great source of catharsis, and it's just a different kind of lens through which you can observe the world. And for me, I've learned, even when I was not on the show, I learned so much about the world through The Daily Show. Just having things analyzed in a different way was so helpful for me as a person. And then I had the chance to work there, and that was unbelievable. The lessons that I learned there, I can't even really encapsulate them.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Do you want to add anything else?
Happy Mark Twain Day, Jon.
Amazing. Thank you. You did my job well. Sorry, she grabbed it. Hi, Ed.
Hi, guys.
Just a couple questions for the Kennedy Center.
I'm sneaking away.
Okay.
But cheers.
Will do. Hi, James. This is just a couple quick questions for the Kennedy Center. Oh, thank you. Let's start with, why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
Oh my God, what a loaded question. Do you not think he deserves the Twain Prize? I'm kidding. For so many reasons, right? I mean, I think he became a cultural icon when he was doing The Daily Show. I mean, his advocacy work, coupled with what he accomplished from a career perspective, he's one of the great comics of our generation.
Why do you think his comedy style has been so meaningful for so many people? Why do you think people resonate with it?
Well, Jon speaks the truth, and he speaks in a very, very funny and unique way, and I think that connects obviously with people. And that's it.
Is there anything people might be surprised to learn about Jon?
Well, if they don't know it already, he's one of the all-time great guys. Seriously, like as a human being, what you see is what you get. And he's just, I've worked with him for over 30 years, and I can fairly say he's one of the best guys I've ever known. Forget about working with. So, that's what I can say about Jon.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, good.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, it's good. All
Thank
right,
you so
did
much.
you get
That was
what
great.
you needed?
Yep. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
You?
What was that? Air Force. I speak full sentences. That's how I can tell difference.
Hi, Israel. Can I ask you a couple questions for the Kennedy Center? Let's start with, why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
Jon's had a long career, and how he's used humor to help, whatever cause it is, especially like one of the events is Stand Up for Heroes, how he's helped wounded service members, with Bob Woodruff. And he's been doing it for such a long time, from the USO. When I first met him back 15 years ago, and I was so nervous speaking in front of a bunch of, Medal of Honor recipients, and here's this guy that, I just got blown up, and I'm speaking in front of him, and I'm all nervous. He's trying to keep me relaxed, and I do my speech, and I black out, I think. And then it was good because everyone loved it, but him always being there for guys, and always not, he doesn't think himself as anyone big. He just sees him as just Jon, and that's how he acts when he's around us. So that humility, that how he takes care of people, he's so deserving for it, because he's a great dude, and he's my friend. And to be able to say a kid that grew up, on the south side of Chicago, who thought he'd be friends with Jon Stewart, and he's so deserving of it.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
He doesn't know I'm here.
Hi. Quick question for the Kennedy Center. Why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
Jon Stewart deserves more than the Mark Twain Award. I've been able to work with Jon now for about 13 years, and I've never witnessed somebody more naturally gifted than Jon. And his brilliance is the way he articulates an issue. This has been the journey of a lifetime that's been painful yet joyful to see him receive something like this. So I want to congratulate my dear friend.
That's wonderful. What might people be surprised to learn about Jon?
Well, I don't know if I could say that on camera, but he's not as liberal as everybody thinks he is.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Hi there. Good, how you doing?
And we just want to ask, why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
Jon Stewart's getting the Mark Twain Prize? I didn't vote for that. Was there a vote? Jon deserves it because he's the funniest, the best. He has a huge amount of integrity and empathy and compassion for other people. And I mean, Mark Twain had all of those things.
How has Jon Stewart influenced your career?
Jon has influenced me in many ways, not just my career, but my life, in that he was very helpful to me when I was a young disc jockey, and encouraging, and was always very kind to me and treated me like I was a celebrity, which I was not. And just as far as being funny goes, I mean, you watch him, and you could only hope to be half as good as he is.
What's it like being back around all these familiar faces?
It's fun. This event is a lot of fun because there's a lot of funny people here, and we're gathered in one place. So that's most of these types of events you don't necessarily look forward to, but this is one that's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's nice. Is there anything that would surprise people to learn about Jon?
Yeah, there is something that would surprise people to learn about Jon. He's a fundamentalist Mormon. He's got several wives. I think he only invited one. He's got like a show wife that he takes to events, and but he's got a whole motel full of families. He actually identifies them by their room number.
Wow.
Like, 104 is going to college.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to add?
I think I've said too much already. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, David.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And then one more straight ahead. Straight ahead, everyone. And then the 2 shot, please.
Yes. We do this every night before dinner. This is how we get ready.
Right, and straight ahead, please. And one this way, right?
Yes.
Thank you. One more down here, too.
Yes.
And then one more straight ahead, please.
Yes.
One more straight ahead.
Okay, Jon solo.
Oh, okay. All right.
Solo shot. Straight ahead, please.
And then to your left, Jon. And one right here, please.
Over here, please.
And straight ahead, please. One more straight ahead. It's like whack-a-mole.
Okay, bottom right.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
Hi, Jon. This is for the Kennedy Center. Firstly,
Oh,
congratulations.
sure. Thank you.
How are you
It's your
feeling?
center. I'm very excited to be here. It's overwhelming. We've had an incredible time. Just seen a lot of friends of mine that I haven't seen in a long time, and we've been hanging out all weekend. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, what's been going on this weekend?
It's mostly kind of creating a new COVID variant. We all just stay together in really tight spaces with low ceilings, and it's a lot of breathing and incubating. And we'll see what comes out of it.
Okay, great.
We're all excited. We're all super old and not very healthy.
And what does it mean to you to be winning the Mark Twain Prize?
It sort of doesn't sink in, to be honest with you. It's kind of a surreal experience, and I think it's just more for me, kind of a chance to reflect on just what incredibly talented people I've gotten a chance to work with over all these years, and having them come back and remembering how little I've paid them over the years. So.
Can you tell me a little bit about the people that are here tonight to honor you?
I don't know if they're here to honor me. I mean, free trip to DC. Don't discount that. That's solid. Well, Stephen was going to be here, but he got COVID, so he's back home. Steve Carell, Pete, Dave Chappelle, Bruce. I mean, Jimmy, Kimmel. Like, it's just the guys that I've known Jimmy since, 1992 weenie roast out at Kevin and Bean's show out in LA. Like, it's just guys that I've grown up with and have great respect for, and Ed Helms and Olivia Munn and Samantha Bee. It's just it's going to be a wonderful eulogy.
That's great. Is there anything you're most excited or maybe particularly nervous for?
Yes, having to follow such talented comedians. Apparently, I have to go on at the end, so I'm not looking forward to that. But
That's
everything
great.
else is good.
Awesome. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Go Kennedy Center? Yeah, okay.
Thank you. That was perfect. Thanks so much, Jon.
Take care.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And then one more straight.
Can you step over just one?
Yeah, I don't want to get hit.
Down here. And Jen, one this way, please. Thank you so much. One more time over here.
Hi, Jen. Just a couple quick questions for the Kennedy Center.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. We're excited.
Yeah. Can you
Kate
tell me?
Bedingfield? Yeah. Good.
Thank you, Kate. Yeah, we can have you guys together.
Sure.
Can you tell me why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
I think Jon Stewart brings really hard issues. It makes them accessible to people across the country. He brings humor to issues that deserve humor, and he's somebody who's been in all of our lives for so many decades.
Yeah, he really talks about things that are hard and complicated in a way that is accessible for people. And he's brought an entire generation, I mean, our generation and younger than us,
Into politics. Yeah.
Which is a huge and important thing. So it's really exciting that he's receiving this tonight.
We're also fellow William and Mary graduates, which makes me think that I am funny in my heart. I have no proof of this, but that's what I've convinced myself of this evening. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, we're just thrilled to be here.
Yeah, just an honor to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
Have
much.
a great evening.
Thanks, you too.
Hi, good evening. Just a couple quick questions for the Kennedy Center. Good, how are you?
Good.
I just wanted to ask, why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
Well, you know, Mark Twain himself demonstrated that the best American humor is introspective, it is topical, and it can be cutting. And I think Jon Stewart has held up a mirror to our country in ways that make us think as well as laugh. So I couldn't think of a more fitting recipient of the honor.
That's great. How has Jon influenced you personally?
I mean, I came up on Jon Stewart when I was in college. I remember seeing his response to the events around the Iraq War, which is a very galvanizing moment, I think, for me and my friends in our generation, and followed him ever since.
Yeah, why do you think so many people resonate so well with Jon's unique style of comedy?
I think he has a way of just cutting through the artifice, cutting through the nonsense, and behind the humor, there's very clearly a beating heart and a passion that responds to injustice and responds to hypocrisy that hopefully is always inside of us. And I think that actually can make for very powerful satire and great humor, as well as really making you think about what's going on in our country and our world.
That was perfect. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Last one at the bottom right. Thank you. Oh, great. Thank you.
Hi, Yvonne. Just a couple quick questions for the Kennedy Center.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, good. I just wanted to ask, why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
Oh, listen, there are many reasons. For me, I know as a immigrant woman who just started in comedy, I remember just watching The Daily Show every night, just being like, who is this man? He gets it. He understands politics. He understands humor, and he bridges that gap so well. And he was very thorough in covering all the material. And he called people on their stuff all the time. And I was like, this is the leadership we need. So it's very fitting that he's the one getting the prize today.
That's great. And why do you think so many people resonate with Jon's unique style of comedy?
Well, because I think it's honest and I think it's authentic. And I think people can see through a lot of nonsense in the world. I mean, we've had a lot of it to go around. And I think it's just very refreshing to see somebody say what we're all thinking of in a humorous way, but in a very poignant way. And to see a lot of what he did, especially after 9/11, just getting in there and like really fighting for veterans' rights and veterans' health. I mean, what's not to love about him?
Yeah, that's great. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. Just happy to be here.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Exit right here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want to ask, why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
Well, we have been big fans of the Kennedy Center Honors, and then more recent was the Mark Twain Award. And it is for humor, and really a person with humor who has really made an impression on the American people. And I think that he's very deserving of it. Multi-generationally, I can tell you my grandson is with us tonight, and he couldn't be more excited to come than we were, being fans of his from the start. But I think that he has been humorous, clean, and really never mistaking cruelty for wit.
Yeah. And why do you think comedy is an important art form?
Well, comedy, I think the arts are an important art form. I think that's why this place is a temple to really democracy, because people come together and have their common ground. They laugh together, they cry together, they're inspired together, they forget their differences, and they can find a path together. So the arts, by all means, are, and comedy, of course, is a universal language.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Bottom right. Sorry. One more to the left. Thank you.
Hi, Steve. Can I ask you a couple questions for the Kennedy Center?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, please.
Oh, come on. Honey, come on. It's the Kennedy Center.
Wonderful. We just want to ask, why does Jon Stewart deserve the Mark Twain Prize?
He doesn't.
See,
We're
that's
done here.
He is, well, why? I mean, there are 1,000 reasons, but having known him for as long as I have, he's funny, obviously, he's incredibly smart, and I think he makes a difference. So I think those three combined.
That's perfect. And how has he influenced your career?
I think he kind of made my career, frankly. I wasn't on a really fast path to anywhere before The Daily Show, and after that, things really kind of took off for me, so I owe him everything.
Is there anything people would be surprised to learn about Jon?
I don't know. No, you know what? Actually, he's pretty much exactly who you think he's going to be. I was looking for a joke there, but no, he's so real and so approachable, and that's exactly the kind of person you see, and that's the kind of person he is.
Why do you think people resonate so well with Jon's unique style of comedy?
You look perplexed. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you have any take on that?
I don't know. I think Jon can take really complicated issues and sort of distill them into something that everybody can understand. And his approach and his humor combined with that makes it all very understandable.
And he smells great.
He does.
He's a great smelling guy.
Perfect. Thank you. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Thanks. What's that?
He tastes good. No. Sorry. Never mind. Okay, no.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Have a great night. Hi, Deborah. How are you?
Happy to talk.
Oh, yeah, no.
You, I have to talk.
This is the Kennedy
You
Center,
have.
yeah.
You want to
Mhm.
talk to me.
Can I
Hi.
have you just back up
Hi,
one
you
little
guys.
step? Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Hi. I work at the Kennedy Center, actually.
Can you talk about why Jon Stewart deserves the Mark Twain Prize?
You know, it's really interesting. We've been talking about Jon Stewart for a long while, in fact. And I think over the course of the last year, it was so moving about what he's been saying, how he's been so outspoken. And frankly, the fact that he decided, I'm going to come back and do another program, it made so much sense. Seeing him at Chappelle Show really put my spin going, I have to say. But we've been talking about he's so iconic. He's so important in the world of comedy that we've been actually thinking about him for a while.
Okay, that's great. And why is comedy an important art form?
You know, we were talking about this last night. I had the pleasure last night at dinner to sit next to Bassem Youssef and Ed Helms. And we were talking about how comedy in DC is so big. And it's because this city, with all of the people who are so deeply involved in their work, who care about saving the world and doing big and important things, and who read and pay attention to what's going on in the world, the idea of coming and hearing smart people talk about the world and help us view it in a different way and laugh, it's just so important here in our society in Washington, D.C., here at the Kennedy Center, but in our world. I've never felt a lot more so that comedy was vital to who we are as human beings.
That's a great answer. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's good. Thanks so much.
Establishing shot one.